Every financial goal you have ever hit has left you feeling hollow within weeks. Not because you are ungrateful or greedy, but because a specific circuit inside your brain physically prevents satisfaction from lasting. Neuroscientists have a name for it, and once you understand exactly what it does, the restlessness you have felt your entire life around money suddenly makes complete, unsettling sense. Let's go back to a feeling you know well. You set a number. Maybe it was your first real salary, maybe it was a savings milestone, maybe it was finally clearing your debt. You worked toward it for months or years, and then you hit it. There was a flash of relief, maybe even joy. But within a few weeks, the feeling was gone. Replaced not by contentment, but by a new number, a bigger target, a fresh hunger. You probably blamed yourself. You shouldn't have. The structure responsible is called the nucleus accumbens, a small cluster of neurons buried deep inside the brain's reward system. It does not reward you for having things. It rewards you for pursuing them. Neuroscientist Wolfram Schultz spent decades mapping exactly how this works, and what he found was startling. Dopamine, the chemical most people associate with pleasure, is not released when you get what you want. It is released in anticipation of getting it. The moment of arrival is almost biologically irrelevant. Think about what that actually means. Your brain's entire chemical reward architecture is built around the chase, not the catch. The moment you reach a financial goal, dopamine output drops. Not gradually, sharply. That hollow feeling you experienced after the raise, after paying off the loan, after the investment paid out, that was not ingratitude. That was a measurable neurochemical withdrawal. Your brain had already moved the finish line because the finish line was never the point. This is where it gets more complicated and more fascinating. The brain does not just chase more, it recalibrates what enough means in real time. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. Your nervous system has a baseline level of satisfaction it returns to regardless of what you acquire. Win a lottery, and studies show your happiness levels normalize within roughly a year. Lose your job, and the same normalization happens on the other side. The brain is relentlessly averaging itself out, which means the goalposts are not just moving. They are being automatically repositioned by a system you cannot consciously override. But here's the part that separates money from almost every other desire. Food satisfies hunger. Sleep eliminates fatigue. Even social connection, when achieved, produces a felt sense of completeness. Money does not work this way, because money is not a resource in the biological sense. It is a signal, a proxy. It represents future security, future status, future options. And the brain treats signals about the future as permanently open loops. There is no physical point at which the signal says, "Stop, you are safe now." The loop never closes. Evolutionary biology explains why this default exists in the first place. For the vast majority of human history, more resources genuinely did mean more survival. The individual who kept accumulating food, tools, alliances, territory had a real advantage over the one who stopped and felt satisfied. Contentment was dangerous. The brain that could always want more, always push further, always feel slightly anxious about scarcity even during abundance. That brain lived longer and reproduced more. We are the descendants of the restless ones. Satisfaction was selected against. Modern neuroscience has now mapped the specific way this ancient wiring interacts with money in the contemporary world. A study from Princeton found that emotional well-being rises with income, but only up to a certain point, famously estimated around $75,000 a year, after which additional money produced almost no increase in daily felt happiness. Yet the wanting did not stop. The striving did not stop. People earning 10 times that amount reported higher levels of financial anxiety than those earning far less. More money, more fear of losing it. The dopamine system does not distinguish between having and not having. It only tracks the direction of travel. There is also a social dimension wired directly into this mechanism, and it may be the cruelest part. The brain does not measure wealth in absolute terms. it measures it in relative ones. Neuroscientists have shown that the same reward circuits activated by earning money are also activated by earning more than the person next to you. Conversely, watching someone else gain wealth triggers the same neural threat response as a physical danger. Your brain is not asking, "Do I have enough?" It is constantly asking, "Do I have more than them?" That question, by definition, can never be permanently answered. This is why raises rarely feel like enough. You receive a 10% increase. For a brief window, it registers as a gain. Then your comparison set updates. You are now in a new bracket, surrounded by people earning more. The baseline recalibrates. The dopamine spike flattens. And within months, the new salary feels like the old one did before. Like the floor, not the ceiling. The hedonic treadmill is not a metaphor. It is a description of a literal neurological cycle that repeats regardless of the absolute number involved. So what, if anything, can actually interrupt this cycle? Researchers have found a small number of interventions that genuinely alter the brain's response to financial acquisition. Gratitude practices, when performed consistently, measurably increase baseline dopamine by shifting attention from future deficits to present assets. Experiential spending, using money on experiences rather than objects, produces longer-lasting satisfaction because experiences are harder to directly compare with others. And perhaps most powerfully, reframing financial goals around contribution rather than accumulation changes which brain circuits activate in the first place. Purpose-driven goals engage the prefrontal cortex. Pure acquisition goals engage the reward loop. One can be satisfied, the other cannot. None of this means money does not matter. It does. Financial security is real, and the stress of scarcity is one of the most cognitively damaging forces a human brain can endure. The point is not that money is meaningless. It is that the brain's wanting system and the brain's satisfaction system are two separate structures, running on different circuits with different endpoints. Chasing the second by feeding the first is a category error built into our neurology. And the sooner you see it as a design flaw rather than a personal failing, the less power it has over you. Every financial milestone you have ever hit felt hollow afterward because your brain was never designed to let you feel otherwise. The Nucleus accumbens, dopamine anticipation, hedonic adaptation, social comparison circuits. These are not weaknesses. They are ancient machinery built for a world that no longer exists, still running in a world that hands them infinite fuel. Knowing the mechanism does not switch it off, but it does mean the next time you hit your number and feel that familiar emptiness creeping in, you will know exactly what you are looking at. And you will know it is not you, it is the hardware.